Hi,
Hi,
my name is Claire.
I'm Jordan.
Hi, Jordan. And so you did your intake last week. So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, I am having some problems. I recently got engaged, and I've never been close to my real dad. My mom was married to my stepdad and has been since I was 3, and so I'm having some issues figuring out if I should invite my real dad and his family and my grandma and all of them to our wedding, or if I shouldn't. Um, we haven't been super close in like the last 7 years probably.
Yeah.
So
So why do you think you haven't been close?
well, when I was in, I think it was 7th grade, so I used to always go see my grandma on that side. My dad was supposed to do like every other weekend visitations, and he never did. He's kind of been like just like a not very awesome dad because he was young and he didn't have his priorities straight. And so I would go see my grandma though, and as I got older, I started playing sports, and she was still expecting me to have so much time to allot for her. But I started playing volleyball, and I had games every weekend, and so I wasn't able to go out there all the time. And so in 7th grade, right around Christmas, I talked to her on the phone, and she was like, well, if you just don't have time for me anymore, then just, stop calling or whatever. And so I actually, I was, 14, so I got really, upset, and I just hung up on her, and I haven't talked to her since.
Yeah.
And so
That would be upsetting for anyone, though.
yeah. And so, I don't know. That's where I am. I haven't talked to any of them. My dad's remarried and has 2 other kids that I've never met. And so, I don't know.
Do they live here in Norman too?
They live in like the Midwest City, Choctaw area. I'm not exactly sure where they live, but yeah, they've all lived in Midwest City forever.
Yeah.
So,
Have you talked to your dad much?
no, I haven't talked to any of them at all. My dad hasn't even like really tried to reach out to me. My grandma, his mom, would like send birthday cards and stuff still, but our house got hit in the May 20th tornado, and so that was like her way of contacting me because she knew the address and the house phone number. And now we're rebuilt in a different location, and so she doesn't have any of. I mean, I'm sure she could find our address, but she doesn't have those handy anymore.
Yeah.
And so I haven't heard from her since then. She used to just call and leave voicemails that I would listen to and never call back.
Yeah. So you not like returning those voicemails was intentional.
Yeah, like my mom and my real dad never really got along, and so I don't know, I think I was like always influenced by like what my mom wanted, and so I never really had to decide what I wanted. And from the experiences I had with all of that side of the family, they're just very manipulative. And so at the time, it seemed best to me that if she was going to treat me like that, then it was best for her not to be in my life.
Yeah.
And my dad had kind of already chosen not to be. He only wanted to be when I was around. And so, I don't know. It's just very, complicated.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So why do you feel obligated to invite him?
I don't know. I guess just part of me is when you have your wedding, you're supposed to have your dad there. And my stepdad's been a really good dad to me, but he's never been my dad. And so, I don't know. I just feel like maybe I don't really have an answer. I feel like it's the right thing to do, but at the same time, I feel like it's the wrong thing to do because I haven't seen them in so long or talked to them, and they had so many opportunities to have a good relationship with me and my mom, and they chose not to.
Yeah.
And I did talk to my mom about it a little bit, asking her what she thought, because we heard a rumor that when I graduated high school, they came to my high school graduation because they knew where I went to school. But if they did come, they never came up to us and approached us. They just left.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, she was like, I mean, if they came to your graduation, then who knows, they might hear about it and end up just coming, because we have family that's on my mom's dad's side, we have family that knows them, and so we think that some of them still communicate with them. It's really just a big mess. But Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I kind of feel obligated to because maybe they were at my graduation and they do want to be a part of my life, but I haven't opened that door for 7 years, and so
How would them coming to your graduation change how you would view them about coming to your wedding?
I don't know. I guess like if they did come to my graduation, it makes me think that they want some sort of relationship or they actually do care. And I don't know if they did or not, so I couldn't say. But I know that like it's when I asked my mom about the wedding invitation, she was like straight no, like automatically. And then she came back and was like, well, I can't say no because it's your wedding, it's your decision. But it would make me uncomfortable if they were there. And so I'm not like I just kind of had that in my head and I'm like thinking, maybe it'd be uncomfortable for me if they're there. They don't even know my fiance, so
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
They don't. So they've never met.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because we've been dating for 5 years and I haven't talked or seen them in over 7.
Okay.
So
That is definitely something.
yeah, I've done some creeping on Facebook, but that's about it.
Yeah. Have you talked to anyone else like besides your mom about?
I've talked to my fiance a little bit about it, but it's kind of hard for him to say because he doesn't really know like every detail of everything we've been through with them. And I mean, my mom had like a custody battle with them whenever I was like 3, and it's just been like this long, drawn out process of them trying to make my mom look bad and be manipulative in situations and lying, and so that's why it makes me wonder like if I really need to even extend me a favor, but. My dad's new wife, they've been married for a few years. She's like tried to follow me on social media and stuff. And it's like one of those friend requests that's just sitting in the box.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to do with it because I don't know her and I don't know, it's just a very awkward situation. And her and my brothers would be coming to the wedding if I invite them.
So you'd meet.
Yeah, I'd meet my brothers that are like 7 and 5 or 4 for the first time at my wedding. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird.
That would be kind of hard to deal with.
Yeah.
On an already stressful day.
And all of the people that are there, I'm like, who are these people? So I'm leaning more toward not inviting them. But parts of me in my head feel like I'm obligated to invite them.
Yeah. How much of you feels obligated to like not invite them? Like on a scale of like 0 to 10, with 10 being the most, like you won't invite them.
I'm probably at like an 8 of not inviting them.
Yeah.
But it's just like that little like gut instinct that's like, no, maybe you should.
Yeah.
So
because
they are family, but they're not. They've never been family.
Yeah. So do you think your dad's wife, like requesting to follow you on social media, could be a way for him to start reaching out?
I'm not sure. I thought about that, but part of me thinks that could be, and then I think about the negative things because I've seen so many negative patterns from them in the past. I'm like, they're probably just wanting to check up on me or see what's going on, see what I look like. They haven't seen me since I was 14.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah. Has this caused any stress, like, between you and your stepdad?
No, me and my stepdad, like, we have a good relationship. He's not, like, super, so I'm, like, the social butterfly of the family, and he isn't very social at all, so he, like, doesn't really engage with, like, my friends or even my fiance, really. But, like, we have a relationship there. We have, like, some traditions that we do together every year.
Yeah.
Or something like that, but he's never been, like, like the American dream dad.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is possible, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just very complicated. And I love my stepdad with all my heart, but parts of me is like, well, my 2 sisters that I have that are from him, they have their dad and I don't have mine, and it's just kind of complicated.
Yeah. So definitely. So what steps do you think you need to take to become comfortable with the decision?
Yeah, I have no idea. Probably reaching out and getting more opinions don't know. Parts of me have always wondered if I should reach out to them and like go meet them before the wedding, but then that scares me because it's putting them back in my life and allowing them to manipulate situations and like me having kids later on down the line. It makes me worried.
Yeah.
So
So do you think maybe talking to them before the wedding may help you decide on whether to invite them?
I feel like if I was to talk to them before the wedding, I would feel more obligated to invite them.
Okay.
So I'm probably either gonna have to just not invite them and not talk, continue to not talk to them, and continue what I'm doing and living my life, or decide if I want them to be in my life or if I don't.
Yeah.
So
So some goals that I think that we should do is maybe talk to some other people, some other close friends and family members, kind of hear some other sides
yeah,
to the argument. And I think maybe you should, keep a journal. Have you tried like keeping a journal about?
I have tried that, but I'm
Mhm.
never good at doing it consistently.
Yeah,
So
I'm kind of the same way, but I feel like it helps having like a journal like focused on one thing.
yeah,
So like maybe keeping a journal about how you feel about the relationship with your dad and the possibility of inviting him to your
Mhm.
wedding, and just writing down those thoughts whenever you have them,
yeah,
and then you can like go back and read it and maybe see like if that's how you really feel or not.
yeah. I think that's a really good option and probably a really good place to start.
Yeah.
Just getting some more opinions on it and gathering my thoughts.
Yeah, that's really yeah. Okay, so next week let's kind of work on those, and
Mhm.
next week we'll come back and we'll see where we're at. Okay.